Okay, so now let us come to the basic setup for our company. First, we'll start with changing the company address. In order to do that, we just come here, account and setting. Okay, address. So we don't have zip code in UAE. I think this one is for the USA. So since we don't have a zip code, we'll just put it our post number for now, and then you just save it, okay? So now our company address is changed. The next part, so if you want to change the company logo, okay, the invoice and everything, you can do that. But for me, I'm happy with my logo, okay? So I don't want to change it. I have already added this one, okay? Okay, this one is very important. So let us assume you want to add another person to your QuickBooks account. So for example, if I ask you to add this kind of accountant, in-house accountant, okay? How can you do that? By the way, this kind of accountant, they have access to the bookkeeping transactions, but they don't have access to the financial reports, the payroll, the budget, so on and so forth, okay? So if I ask you to add this kind of personnel in your company account, how can you do that? That is the most important one, okay? So you just come here, manage user, add user. Okay, I send him invitation, so he need to respond it, okay? So I need to wait until he responded. So invitation is already sent, okay? When he approve the invitation, this one will become active. And if you want to add an accountant, you can add an accountant, but for now, I don't want to add an accountant, okay? So the next part of our setup is to enter the suppliers. So let us assume we have these three suppliers. So we need to input these suppliers, okay? How can you do that in QuickBooks? Okay, you just come here, suppliers, expenses, and the supplier. Okay, you have two options. You can import the supplier. That means you can download the first the Excel sheet, and then you just fill in the Excel sheet, and then you can re-upload it. But you have also another option to add the suppliers manually. Okay, since I have just three suppliers, as you can see here, I'll just add manually. Okay, Kevin supply, email address. Okay, for the remaining parts, so for example, the postal code, okay, the title and everything, if you want, you can add it. But for now, this information is enough for me. So now the first supplier, you can just click here. The first supplier with the Kevin supplies, it is already created, okay? And he has actually 0 supplies. Okay, the next part is how to add the customers. Oh, before that, in QuickBooks, we can add as the owner as a customer. Okay, so let us add Emirates Fashion as an owner. Okay, so basically this is a business and this is the owner. So let us assume Mr. Abdul Doha is the owner of Emirates Fashion. So can you add him? We'll just come to the customer. Okay, new customer. First name. Oh, this part should be Emirates Fashion. Okay. Okay. So we added the owner. Okay. And the next part is actually to add the customers. So the first customer is, let us assume this one. No, we didn't create his email address. We'll create later. The next customer is this company. Is living in Abu Dhabi, UAE. Okay. Khadija Fashion. Okay. Okay, so we have already set up our customers. Let us see. Everything is good. Oh, there are two things for Ahmed Mohammed. We didn't edit the phone number and the email address. So we need to edit this customer. So let us come here, edit. So let us add, okay, for Ahmed, email address. Email address is very important because you need to send him the invoices later, okay? Save. Okay, everything is good, but this one, when you edit our invoices, a sample customer is automatically created. So let us avoid this customer because we don't need it. We don't have any sales of 5 dirhams, so make him inactive. Okay, now our customers are fine. Let us proceed to the next part, which is about the products and services, okay? So how can you add products and services? You just come here, the sales, products and services. Okay, just click here. Okay, there are different kind of products and services. For example, services, if you just provide, for example, hotel services, it could be advisory like accounting, advisory services, legal consultant service, so on and so forth. But in our case, it's not non-inventory, it's not a bundle. For bundle, I'll show you later, okay, when you sell multiple products at the same time. But in our case, we have inventory because we have a merchandise retail business, okay? So before you record your inventories, just turn on your inventory tracking. Now everything is good. So you just come here. So let us record our inventories, okay? First one, baby shirt. Okay, description, baby shirt. This one, if you like, you can add it, but I don't need that one. 0. Reorder point, this 2. Okay, this one, let us make it 1st of June. Okay. And this one, I should go to inventory when I buy it. And this one should go to the sales revenue. We'll edit this one later. So how much should be the sales price? I think it is 20, right? 20 here. And then the purchase price, it is $10, and it will go to the cost of goods sold, okay? So what is reorder point? Reorder point is actually, as you can see here, the minimum amount that the firm should hold in order to not to be out of stock, okay? That means every month or every period, the company should hold a minimum amount of stock, okay? So for example, for baby shirt, the minimum amount is actually two units of the baby shirt, okay? Now everything is good, so just save it. Okay. Next part, hoodies. New. It's a little bit easy. Okay, baby shirt is already created. Let us create a new one. Turn on inventory. Okay. It's already turned, but it's busy. Oh, okay. Okay, so when you face this kind of issues, when the system is busy, so you can just switch the company and then you come back later, okay? Okay, I'm gonna switch. There's another company. Okay, good. So this is my company, okay? Now let us try it again. Products and services. Okay, good. Now it should be okay. So let us create hoodies. Minimum is 7, 0 because it's a new company. It is 50 and 40. The cost is 40. Yes, good. And the hoodies are created. Okay, so now we are done for the products and services for the customer and for the suppliers. Let us add our employee, Mrs. Mahek. You come to employees. For the remaining parts, for example, like the postal code or something like that, mobile number, you can just add it, okay? For now, it is enough. So my only employee is Mahek, so I have already added her, okay? Okay, the next part is actually VAT setup. This is very important, okay? In order to set up the VATs. So you come here, you just click VAT, and then set up VAT. Okay, so just keep this one as January, okay? The starting period for the tax period, January. And in way, there are two kind of companies. One is smaller companies which actually file their taxes quarterly, and there are bigger companies which file their VAT tax monthly. So let us assume our company is small, so it files its tax quarterly. So we will just keep quarterly. Accrual base of accounting, obviously. TR number, it is already given here. Just make sure that you can just add any number, but minimum should be 15 digits. Save it. Okay. Okay. Okay, after this, so basically sometimes the system could be busy, you see, it brings me back to the previous session. So when it is busy, I suggest to switch the company and then to come back, okay? Okay, so let us go back to, you don't need to switch your company if the VAT is, if the system is not busy, okay? So for example, if you find, when you click here, just wait. A little bit busy. Okay, now, as you can see here, so basically I already set up the VAT, but if you want to edit the rates, you can come here. Okay, so anyway, so there are two kinds of taxes, right? The input tax and the output tax. Input tax is related to the VAT on purchase. The output tax is the VAT on sales, okay? So now for sales, so different Emirates have their own taxes, okay? So for example, as you can see here, the Dubai, okay, the tax on sales is 5%, but they didn't put the purchase, the VAT on purchase, right? The reason is that the VAT on purchase is common for all Emirates, and can you see here, the standard rates? So basically they didn't put the sales item, but here we have the VAT on purchase 5%, okay? So whenever you buy it, you are going to use this one, the standard rated. When you sell it, for example, if it is from Dubai, you are going to use this one, okay? The standard rate, Dubai. If your sales are actually in Fujairah or something like that, Abu Dhabi, you are going to use this one, okay? I'll show you later. Anyway, so for now, I don't think I need any other tax rates because I'm going to buy and sell anyway. So it is automatic and everything is set up in the system. So you don't need to create a new tax rate or any new taxes, okay? But if you want to add, you just come here, add tax rate, and you can create a new one. But for now, I don't need it. Okay, I'll just keep this one. So now it shows 0, because we don't have any transaction and we didn't file our returns, okay, tax returns. So I'll show you later how these numbers will change, okay, after we record the transactions. Okay, so that's all about the VAT setup, okay? So I have already provided a detailed description about the VAT structure, okay, how it works in the appendix. So you can find a detailed description over there. That means you can find the UA VAT structure over here in Appendix B. Okay, you can see I have already provided different examples, so you can just go through there, okay? So that is all about the VAT setup and the basic setup, okay? So now we'll directly proceed to the chart of accounts, how to clean it.